The following Car Geek Hour is a paid advertisement program provided by Cassill Motors, and airing of the program is not to be considered endorsement or recommendation. The opinions expressed are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of WMT or Clear Channel Media and Entertainment.
All right. 600 WMT, current temperature here at Broadcast Park is 72 degrees. That's right. It is 10 o'clock on Saturday. That means it is time for the Cassill Motors Car Geek Hour. With us, as always, is Jay Cassill. How are you doing today, Jay?
Hey, I'm absolutely awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day outside.
It is a gorgeous day outside. You got your cool shirt on today. You got
Yep,
your Shelby Cobra shirt.
Shelby Cobra shirt on
yeah,
today. Wore that for you.
There you go. I'm liking that. So
maybe next time I'll wear the Mustang shirt.
I'll bet you don't know that I got one of those sitting right outside my office.
Oh, do you?
On the second level at the dealership. I have a Cobra sitting on the patio right beside me.
What year is it?
It's 65.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yep, little AC Cobra, gray one with black stripes. So, fun little car.
Yeah.
So, cool. We got phone lines open today, don't we?
We do have phone lines. Those numbers are 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone. Give us a call this morning here if you got a car question. Jay would love to hear from you. I'd love to help you out and answer that.
Call in early. That way we make sure you get calls. You know, we always seem to get calls at the end there. And,
yeah.
I will call you back if that's the case, but that's we like to do it over the radio if we can. It's kind of exciting out at Cassill Motors today, or all week. Sun shining, the deals are awesome. Greg's just got in a couple more transport load of cars. It's a neat deal. It's beautiful weather. We have a couple days left of our 0% interest. We have 0% interest on every car on our lot.
All right.
So yeah, you can get money for free. So
free money is always good.
Free money is always good.
Yes.
So. Yep, we got 0% interest. I got selection of whatever you want. There's Infinitis, Lexus, Hondas, Ford, Chevys, Dodges, Chryslers. There's 2014 Chrysler minivans that just came in. There's motorhomes, fifth wheels. Better hurry up on the fifth wheels. I'm down to one. Those are going fast, and just lots of exciting stuff going on. It's been an awesome week. I've had so much fun. We're getting a little bit closer on the BMW with the police getting the person who stole it. We have a very good suspect, and they're just doing their research. The police department. So I want to thank the Cedar Rapids Police Department for working hard on that. They're doing a great deal, and the people have been calling in with tips. We really appreciate it, and I'm anxious to pay out the $3,000 reward once we get this thief arrested, and then that way we can pay out a charity too, $3,000.
That's right. In the end, there's always that win when you're giving that money to the charity.
Yep. So if anybody's got any more information on that, please let me know.
Yeah, how can they get a hold of you if they do have that?
396-2698. And the beautiful Shelly will get you right to me. She has a way of tracking me of some sort. I don't know. She must put GPS in my blue jeans or something when she washes them. So
just get your phone tapped.
Yeah, she's got GPS on me or something. She can find me wherever I'm at. It's amazing. I try to sneak out, and she still finds me. Yep. So.
And where's Cassill Motors at?
Hey, we're still on the corner of 16th Avenue and Williams Boulevard, right next to the great big beautiful Tyson's. It's all remodeled. So there's plenty of parking, lots of neat cars, motorcycles, boats. In fact, that's what Greg was telling me when he left. I took in on trade this week, just the sweetest. If you're wanting to get into boating and not spend a lot of money, I just took in a 1981 Glastron with an inboard 6-cylinder. That this thing looks like it's a 2009. I mean, it is absolutely spotless, beautiful, and less than $5,000 with trailer. I mean, it's a beautiful boat. Walk through windshield, the whole works.
Good entry level boat for somebody who wants to get out there.
Yeah, it's an awesome deal. A guy can buy that, and you know what? You don't have to worry about if you don't go boating this weekend. You don't have a $30,000 boat sitting there thinking you got to use it every minute. You know, it's just a perfect boat, starter boat, have fun boat, do whatever you want. So, just all kinds of neat stuff. Service department. Our service department's open today, open till 5. Martha had told me that she'll rotate your tires for free today if you come in for an oil change. Call her, get an oil change, or even if you call and set up an appointment for next week, she'll make sure your tires get rotated for free with the oil changes. That's her special for the day. So just all kinds of neat stuff. It's so much fun, you know.
And you're going to be out there after this too, right? After we're done here?
Yep. As soon as I get done here, I'll be back there and I'll be on the floor, so you can come out and see me. If you got a problem with your car, come out. I'll take it for a test drive. You know, I do test drives for free. I'll tell you what I think's wrong with it. It's fun. You know, that's what's neat about Cassill Motors. Cassill Motors it's so fun to go to work. You know, I go to work every day and I look forward to it. You know, I look forward to seeing my new friends that come in, my old friends that come in, everybody. I mean, it just makes it so much fun. So,
and you know, you're meeting new people all the time, and you know, you've started to meet a lot more, you know, through this show, but also you've got the webpage up now.
Yeah, mycargeek.net. You can go to that, and you can submit pictures of your cars. I love to see what you're driving. So send me a picture, and I'll get that up on the website. There's a garage there for Geek friends. So there's some different stuff in there. There's some motorcycles. You know, I just love cars. You know, it's so fun. Every day I get to go and do what I love. So, and meeting the people is so neat. So
yeah, you've got. I'm looking at here your Car Geek friends. You've got here's one of a vet Stingray, an older one from looks like Bud was the gentleman's name.
Bud sent me. Actually, there's I think there's a Firebird also there too. That was Bud's.
Yep. The orange one.
Yep. So yeah, it just it's so neat. It's fun. But Cassill Motors, we can do anything. As my dad always told us when we were growing up, I can do anything with nothing forever. Yep. Yeah. So there's nothing we can't do. So we'd love to help you out. So.
And I know you've talked about before too. If you guys don't have a car, you can go find
we'll
what
go
they're
find
looking
your car.
for.
Yeah. Yep. So. We can go get you whatever you want there. Hey, looks like we got some callers coming in.
We do. We've got. We're going to go to Hero Line. That's star 600 on your U.S. Cellular phone. We're going to go ahead and talk to Larry up in Olwine this morning. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everything in Olwine?
Well, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay.
I'm going over to see my wife. She's in rehab over there.
Oh no. Hopefully she's doing
Yeah.
good.
Say, I've talked to you before. I've got a 2002 Ford Taurus.
Okay, great car. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I love it to death, but it seems it started to, like, it runs perfect down the road. Doesn't miss, doesn't do nothing.
Okay.
But as soon as I stop and put it in park, now it'll idle fine in drive.
Right.
But when I put it in park, then it kills.
It kills every time?
Well, pretty much.
Okay.
It might run for, half a minute, and then all of a sudden it just clunks out,
Okay. When it's doing that, is it does it act like it's kind of like dying out and dies, or is it just kind of a immediate shuts off?
It's almost like it misses a cylinder or something, and it just kills.
Okay. Okay. With that there, I want to be looking at my idle air control solenoid. That's real common on those that has an issue there. And the reason I asked the way to tell, you have fuel or you have electrical. And if it's a fuel issue, fuel or air type of deal, then it's going to do like what you were saying, where it kind of bogs down or kind of misses just a little bit and then quits.
Yeah.
If it's electrical, usually what will happen is when you put it in park, if it's an electrical issue, it will just instantly shut off. It's a definite.
It don't do that.
Okay, so I would start out with this here. Excuse me. I'd be taking off the air tube up at the throttle body, and I want to look at my throttle body, make sure it's clean, and I want to look at that idle air control solenoid, which is right there beside it. Excuse me again, man. Mellow Yellow's getting to me this morning. But that idle air control cell.
I'm on a gravel road. It's probably that.
There you go. The dust is getting to me. The allergies are killing me. It's a little cylinder-looking thing with 2 wires going to the end, and it's got 2 8-millimeter bolts on it. Are you pretty mechanically inclined?
No.
Okay. Cool.
I think I'm going to come down and see you because I want to ask you about something else.
Okay.
Too, so.
But yeah, that idle air control solenoid can be cleaned out. It's just a matter of taking it off and cleaning it out and make sure that it's not sticky. But I'd also look at my throttle body, make sure it's clean, and guy can clean that too pretty easy. So.
Yeah, I called you a while back because I had taken it to our Ford dealer in Independence.
Okay. Yep.
And because I had a check engine light that was on.
Yeah.
And they told me that it won't hurt a thing because it's the canister deal in my fuel system.
Yep, it's not seeing the vacuum on it, so it's telling you got a evap leak, probably a small
right.
evap leak. Yep.
And they said, well, it won't bother anything with the car, but you were concerned because the light was on and something else went wrong.
Right, you won't know. It is. They are correct. It won't hurt anything, but the light's on. You don't know when something else is happening.
Yeah, well, that's been bugging me ever since you told me that.
And it can affect the fuel economy. I mean, that check engine light it's a light to tell us that there's a problem with our emissions, and if the emissions aren't working properly, then it can sacrifice fuel economy.
Yeah.
And the reliability and durability. I mean, it's always best to get that check engine light turned off.
Yeah, well, this car's got the flex fuel engine in it too.
Okay,
so.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that way we can help support the farmers with a little E85, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if E85 was available somewhere.
Oh, you don't have it up there? We got it right across the street from the dealership.
Yeah.
Come and goes have it.
There's one in Waterloo, but I'm not going to drive 25, 30 miles.
Drive 30 miles? Yeah, that kind of defeat the purpose of it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
No problem, and just give me a holler and come down and see me.
Okay.
Okay?
I might be looking for another car anyways.
Hey, I can help you out with that too.
I know that.
Sounds good. Thanks for calling in, Larry.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Larry. Bye. All right.
That's when you think about this. The other thing that's neat about Cassill Motors is between my brother and I, somebody is always there. Okay, there's always a Cassill on a premise, and we want to meet people call them customers, but they're our friends. Whether you're my new friend that I'm getting ready to meet, or an old friend that's come back in for another vehicle, Roger and I, we always want to meet you. We always, if you want to buy a car from a Cassill, you can buy your car from Cassill. We always have time, and that's the fun part. And my brother's real big on that, and of course I am too. I love it. But that's the one big thing is we are always there. You got a question, you got a problem, you got a concern, you got a praise. We're there to listen to you. So, just a neat fun thing. So.
And you were talking to me, I think it was a couple weeks ago, about how, I guess, simplified the car buying process is.
Oh,
with Cassill
it's so
Motors.
simple. I mean, it's so neat because you can walk in, we can sit down like Dave was talking that one Saturday when he picked up his car. You can walk in, and within 5 minutes, I'll have a price for you. I'll have your price. You don't have to dink around with going to this person, going to that person, and going back and this and that. And that's not what car buying is. Car buying is coming in and having somebody care about what you're looking at and help you with your needs, and find the correct car for you, and give you a great price right off the bat. No games, none of that other smoke and mirrors and all that crap. I can't stand that. So come in, I'll get you a price right away. It's so neat, it's so fun, and it's so easy. So, and the other thing is right now we got 0% interest on our cars, and we still have our lifetime engine warranty, and I'll also change your oil for free, for life.
That's all the more reason to come in.
So why wouldn't you want to come and see me? I got late model stuff. I got 2008 model stuff. I got 2013, 2014 model stuff. Everything comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Right now, I got 0% interest, and you get a deal with a Cassill. I mean, what better thing could you have? So,
all right. If you got a question for Jay, you want to talk to him, give us a call here this morning, 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone. So we'll get to your phone calls and more here next on 600 WMT. There it is, Beach Boys.
Can I sing?
If you want to.
Oh, man.
I won't stop you.
So, yeah, I sang to this morning while I was working out.
Did you?
Yep. Not very many people work out to the Beach Boys, do they?
I know I don't.
Okay.
But
well, there you go.
There's probably other people out there.
There you go.
I like
Cool.
listening to the Beach Boys.
Cool.
I think they're good.
Sounds good.
So-
Well, we got some lines open here. Let's give the numbers for these lines again.
Yep. 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone. If you've got a car question for Jay, he'd love to hear from you this morning. Give us a call here and ask it, and he'll answer it for you. And, I was looking at you got the website here, the mycargeek.net,
Yep.
which is linked from Cassill Motors website.
Yep, CastleMotors.com. Yep, you can link right to it.
So you're talking about the car that you're working on for your wife right now, the Mustang. And
Yep.
then in one of the photos, I saw the Saline. Is it the 89 you said?
That's the 89.
The
Yep.
89.
Yep.
You were telling me
the one they call Thumper.
that it has 32 speakers in
Yeah,
it.
it was a neat car built by Saline, but for Pioneer Electronics. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun with all the different toys. So gotta have fun,
Yeah.
That's what life should be. So work hard and play hard.
And then what was the other one you were telling me about just after that?
Oh, my little Saline Ranger.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
this one right here, right?
Yep.
It's on your website?
Yep. Serial number 1 out of 27 ever built. So, but we got all kinds of neat stuff out at Cassill Motors. There's everything you'd want. T-Birds, the little new style Thunderbirds, the convertibles, Explorers, Escapes, Trailblazers. There's a cool terrain out there. Just all kinds of fun things. And I was talking to Greg when we left, and he was talking about how, all these places have these sales, and they say, you can, we'll go or push, pull, or drag or whatever. Cassill Motors has always been the one that, we'll take it in on trade, and if it doesn't run or doesn't work, we'll go get it for you. That way you don't have to mess around with pushing and pulling or dragging. So we're going to give you the best price we can at all times, and we'll go pick up your trade-in. So
even better.
Just tell us where it's at, and we'll go get it.
That's right.
How's that sound? That's even easier.
Yeah, you don't have, like you said, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get it there.
Yeah, and 0% interest. 0%
It just keeps getting better and better.
And lifetime engine. There's lifetime engine warranty. Think about that. You got your car and you run 250,000 miles. If something happens to the engine, I'm going to take care of it. There's no time, there's no mileage or strain on it. It's a lifetime engine warranty, and it's only at Cassill Motors. So. Looks like we got a caller coming in.
Yeah, we do have a caller. We've got our Hero line, star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone. We've got Tim in Newton this morning. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How's everything in the beautiful city of Newton?
Beautiful out today.
Awesome.
I got a quick question about. I got a 2003 Chevy half-ton truck with the 4800 engine in
Yeah,
it.
4.8. Yep.
4800.
Okay.
What I got going on, it has a oil gauge that has a number reading.
Yep.
And what it's doing is going all the way up to 80.
Right.
And but the truck runs beautifully.
Right.
What would be going on with the gauge going up that high there?
Okay, so when you turn the key on, does it just instantly go to 80 and stay there?
Yes, it does.
Okay. What we got is something is grounding that circuit out. Okay. Either the sending unit has gone bad, that screws into the engine, or you have a wire that's pinched. What I would do is locate the sending unit on the engine and unplug the wire.
Okay.
And then go in and turn your key on and see if it pegs out. If it does not peg out, then you need a sending unit. So
okay. Where would that be roughly located?
Usually it's down near the oil filter area or in the upper, up by the top of the intake.
Okay.
I can get the exact location for you when I get back to the shop.
Okay.
Or the thing you could do is you could run up. Do you have a parts store or a CarQuest or something right there close to you?
Yes, we do, yeah.
If you went up and had them pull up the, make sure they got a sending unit, and look at that sending unit, and then go out in the parking lot and look for something that looks just like that.
Cool.
That
I'll
way
go ahead and do a little research on that. But yeah, like I say, the truck runs.
Yep. Yeah, it'll run fine there. Yep, no problem there. But yeah, unplug the wire and see if the gauge does not peg out. If it doesn't peg out, replace that sending unit. If it pegs out, then we may have an instrument cluster problem or a wire that's pinched. What I would do next, if it does peg out, is I'd kind of follow that wire up through the wire loom and follow it around and make sure that it's not got caught somewhere and pinched and grounding it out. So
Sounds cool. Well, thanks for the info today.
not a problem. Thanks for calling in.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for the call this morning, Tim. 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone. Those are the numbers to get a hold of us this morning. If you got a question for Jay, call in. He'd love to hear from you. Wants to help you out.
Hey, I'll help you out with whatever you got. I love the callers calling in. I love to help. That's what's so fun. You guys, the WMT listeners, we've talked about it before, are such great people. They're very devoted, and they're just awesome. So I thank you listeners out there. You guys make my day.
So, I have a question. I'd heard this term, and I wasn't quite sure it was when a gauge sweep test. What is that?
Well, the gauge sweep test, what happens is when you turn on the car, the gauge will go through and make sure it's full what it's supposed to do as far as goes up to the full or whatever and back down. And we can go in with the computers on a lot of them to make sure when you got a situation like this gentleman Tim there that just called, say his oil pressure gauge isn't working, we can go in, plug it in, and do a sweep test to make sure it sends the juice to that switch to make sure that it operates. So that's what a gauge sweep test.
So that's like when you turn your car on, you see all the dials go all the way up and then come back.
Yep, they have to go through their sequence there to make sure they're working properly. So
All
looks
right.
like we got calls coming in.
We do, which is great.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and get into those. We're going to start with Terry in Cedar Rapids this morning. Good morning, Terry.
Hi,
Hi
I
there.
got an 85 Corvette, and I'd like to know how you put brake lights in it.
Oh,
I
I
looked on YouTube, and it said take the license plate off. Well, that don't work.
Well, the license plate taken off it depends on how big your arms are.
Yep, exactly.
The way I've done it before, or the way I'll do it, is just go behind the bumper, and you have to reach up in there and take a little bit of something to rub on your arm to let your arms slip right up in there. Hopefully, you got smaller arms. When I was younger, it worked out a lot better.
Yep.
But they are just a royal pain in the rear end.
Yep, that's what I've been thinking. I had to ask you because I thought maybe you had a better way.
Nope, it's take a little bit of wheel bearing grease and rub on your arm and slide it up in there. So
Okay, I appreciate it.
no problem. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks, Terry. All right, 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone like Terry just did to call in. Those are the numbers to give a hold of Jay this morning. Let's keep things rolling, though, with more of your phone calls. We've got Doug in Cedar Rapids on the 600 this morning. Good morning, Doug.
Hi, good morning. I've got
Good morning.
a 2000 Caravan 3.3,
Okay.
and I've got good plugs, good wires, throttle bouncing's been clean, fuel injectors are clean, but at 500 RPM when I'm at an idle, I've got an occasional misfire. And
Okay.
I can't figure out what's going on, but
Okay.
it's been that
Now,
way for years. Runs fine when you're driving it, just at 500 RPM it misses.
at 500 RPMs, well, should be idling higher than 500 RPMs. That's an interesting. I mean, it's actually misfiring, or is it's
little hesitation. Let's put it that way.
A little hesitation. That is a good one. I mean, how long ago was all this stuff done to it? And was it done to try to cure this problem or what?
Yeah, it was done to try to clear it up.
Okay.
Didn't have any effect. And, honestly, it's been that way for at least a year, and it doesn't have any effect that I can see, but it's just a bit annoying.
Wow, that's a good one. I'm trying to think here, get an idea. It's got to be
an exhaust manifold.
No, exhaust manifold. You'd hear it making a noise.
Any gasket anywhere?
Well, we need to be looking at the idle circuitry on it, and there should be I think that one's got a idle control valve on it also. That probably is a cleanable one. I'd have to look at that one again and see. But if it's just at an idle, we got something where we're leaking a little vacuum. Have you tried spraying a little bit of carb clean around the intake manifold? Make sure it's not a vacuum leak?
No.
Okay. No. I would do that. Take a little bit of carburetor cleaner, and while it's running, spray just in a couple areas, spray along the intake manifold around your throttle body. And if it's got a vacuum leak, what will happen is it'll raise the RPMs up just a little bit, and it'll smooth out. And I'll bet you that's what you got is you got a vacuum leak somewhere on that.
Okay.
So.
Any long-term issues if I just let it? It hasn't progressed any worse.
Probably not. Well, and if it's a vacuum leak, we're taking a chance of sucking some unfiltered air into the engine. So yes, that could hurt the longevity of it. So look at all the vacuum lines real close. Make sure you don't have one that's cracked and broken. Up there to the your power brake booster. Make sure that's good. You're not hearing any hissing inside the car or anything, are you? Just
nothing.
Okay. Spray down. Look for a vacuum leak on that. I'll bet you got a vacuum leak there. That's what's causing that. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the call this morning, Doug. That frees up the 600 line, 365-0600. The other open line is the 800 line, 1-800-332-5401. We got to step away real quick here, but we've got Mike, Teresa, and Linda. They're all on hold. Just sit tight for us for a couple of minutes, and we'll get to you.
We'll get you in a minute.
Yep. 600 WMT. Oh, California Dreamer.
There you go. Cool. We got some lines filled up.
We do.
Let's get to some calls.
Yeah, we're going to get to the callers here. We've got, let's go ahead and start with Mike and Swisher this morning. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. How are you fellows today?
We are absolutely awesome. Mm-hmm. How about you?
Hey, listen, I've got a 2007 Chevrolet HHR with 105,000 miles on it.
Perfect.
And a 2.4 engine.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I've gotten a few notices from General Motors that I have the bad ignition switch.
Awesome.
And they want to recall it and replace that.
Yep.
They are telling me they don't even have the parts engineered yet, so it's going to be quite a while.
Correct.
But I've had an unusual problem come up with it.
Okay, what's that?
If I'm driving it down the highway, what seems to happen is the traction light comes on.
Okay.
Traction control warning light.
Yep.
Sometimes along with that, the check engine light comes on.
Yep.
When I stop the car, restart it, it's fine again until after I've driven another 20 miles or so down the highway.
Okay. Most likely what you got is we have a ABS sensor that is starting to malfunction. Does it do it more when it's damp outside?
No, I can't say so. I mean, I can drive it in town all day long, and it seems like it's only when I'm out on the highway and after I've driven it 15, 20 miles.
Huh. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we need to plug it in and see, plug in with a scanner and see what code we have. Most likely you got a speed sensor that's malfunctioning.
All right.
You could have, could be a dirty mass airflow sensor, but probably not. Best thing is when the light's on, it should be stored in the memory anyway, but have it plugged in and take a look at it and see what the code is. But most likely you got a speed sensor that's going bad.
All right, well, that's been my concern, is that when I shut the engine off and restart it, it clears.
Yep. So stop up to the dealership and I'll plug it in for you. I won't charge you anything. I'll plug it in and tell you what the code is, and we can go from there. I can help you out.
Thank you very much, sir.
So no problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Mike. So if Mike wanted to come visit you, where would he go for that?
He's going to come to the corner of 16th Avenue and Williams Boulevard, right beside Tyson's.
And what are the hours for today?
Today we're open from 8 to 5.
All right, and you'll
So,
be out there.
I'll be there.
We're done here at 11.
I'll
So.
be there about 11:30.
All right. Let's go now to our hero line, star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone, where we've got Lisa in Iowa City this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
That's Linda.
Oh, Linda. Sorry, Linda.
Mike can't read this morning.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as he can tell me what's wrong. My daughter has a G6, Pontiac G6, and the alarm suddenly starts going off.
Okay.
And she had it into a GM dealer. She's in Indiana, and they tell her they don't know what's wrong with it.
They don't know what's wrong with it. Wow.
Yeah.
I hate that answer. That's
she
like,
does too. So they told her to lock it manually.
Right.
And see if that will work. And so for the last 2 days, she's locked it manually.
Right.
And it hasn't gone off.
Okay.
So.
Well, we got something there. We need to make sure all the doors are locking when she's hitting the keyless entry. And she might try locking it with the keyless entry, but then unlocking it manually. And we may have the unlock portion. It may have it's got a sensor that's off on the unlock part of it that's telling it that it's not disarming the alarm. And by sticking the key in and turning the switch back and forth, you're manually unlocking or you're manually disarming it. So we got something there. It's possible somebody tried breaking into the car at one time and used a Slim Jim on it and knocked the wire off on the sensor on one of the doors. We could have a power door lock that's not working properly. So we need to make sure all of her doors are locking and unlocking. Mainly the driver's door on that there, but driver and passenger door. And try that there.
Okay.
Okay. And if you have any other questions, feel free to call me at the dealership, and I can help her out some more too. I mean, after she tries some different things, we can go through and try some more things. How's that sound?
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
That's what we're here for.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Cool. Thanks.
Right. Thanks for the call this morning, Linda. So what's the number of the dealership if they need to get a hold of you?
396-2698, and the beautiful Shelley will put you right through to me. She'll hunt me down and find me.
She'll track you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's tracking. I think it's more hunting me down. Sometimes it feels like it. I've had her. She comes running down the hall at me and grabbing me and handing me notes, and it's like, wow, hang on. I mean, she's pretty serious about it. She's on it, making sure everybody gets their messages right away.
That's right.
So.
All
cool.
Right.
We got Mike in Bluegrass.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Mike now. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Jay.
Good morning. Where's Bluegrass at? I'm trying to think.
I've got a 94 Ford Ranger.
Perfect.
And I had the clutch go out on it, and I'm kind of handy, but maybe I'm not so handy.
Okay.
I put a new clutch disc, pressure plate, slave cylinder, and master cylinder in it.
Yep.
And I can't get the system to bleed.
Oh.
I have tried, and I'm just wondering if you had any clues on how to get that done.
Yep.
I can't get any pressure on the pedal.
Man, you said the wrong word twice. Okay. First off, we don't use the word can't at Cassill Motors.
Okay.
So you may be having a difficult time getting the air out of it, but you can get it.
Okay.
What I want you to try doing when you're bleeding it, sometimes we'll get it to where the slave cylinder on the clutch part of it up at the top, where the master cylinder is, it's not letting it go back all the way. Okay? Take and pop the rod off at the clutch lever and see if it pops back just a fraction. What's happened, that has to go through the full stroke. I'll take, when I'm doing them with the guys, I'll take and I'll push the clutch in, and then when I let up on it, I'll take my foot on the backside and lift up on that clutch just a little bit, or try to lift it up, because for some reason it's not getting all the way through. It's not getting the full swing on the master cylinder, or the master cylinder, and so what it does, it doesn't let the air out of it. They can be a royal pain in the rear. The other thing that I've had to do sometimes is you'll take and get a second person with you, and when you're bleeding it down below, taking a pry bar and using, when the clutch is releasing, do the same thing as what we did at the top. Pry on that clutch fork, pry the opposite way just a little bit, to where you can it lets it go the full swing.
Okay.
You know, it's gotta go that. Sometimes it's just a hair width. I mean, it's just so slight, but it won't let it do it. I mean, it does.
Gotcha.
Yours doesn't have the adjustable rod up on the master cylinder under the dash, does it? The rod that goes to the clutch pedal.
It's not adjustable,
Okay.
but it does come through the floorboard.
Yep.
And hooks onto the the side of the
Yep, onto that.
clutch itself.
Yep.
Clutch pedal.
Try taking, since you've been bleeding this like this, take and just pop that rod off one time, and see what it does. It should take care of it, but you got to get that full swing, that full motion. It's got to come all the way up. Lift your foot up and pull it up as hard as you can, and you'll get that air out of there.
All right.
So and remember, we don't use the C word.
All right, got it.
Okay. If you have any other,
right,
if you have any other
thanks a lot,
problems,
Jay.
feel free to call me at the dealership, and I can help you out some more too. But,
Okay.
yep, get rid of that C word out of your vocabulary, please.
Yeah.
We don't use that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You bet.
Thanks, Mike, for the call this morning. Bluegrass just outside Davenport.
Outside Davenport, great. We love Davenport.
Let's do. All right, let's go to Teresa and Anamosa now. She's got a question for us. Good morning, Teresa.
Hi, how are you?
Great. I know where Anamosa is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I drive 500 miles a week to work.
Perfect.
And so I thought before I went through the winter, I better put on new tires. I was driving 2 years with that. Anyhow, it's a huge financial burden to do that. So I end up thinking I better do it. I did it. Okay, tell me about this whole alignment thing. I've got brand new tires.
Okay.
And they're telling me that on the inside of every one of them, they're getting chopped up. And this has only been since November, and I have the guys at Walmart telling me that, well, when Firestone put them on, they told me for $79 they could do some alignment deal.
Right.
$179, it was a lifetime. And then there's this whole thing about for $1,000. Well, I didn't do any of it.
Right.
So should I didn't get it. They never told me I had to have them aligned. Is that
No.
Could that possibly be what's wrong?
Well, it's possible, but what kind of car was it again?
It's a Hyundai Tucson.
Okay. Have you been keeping the tires rotated every 6,000
Yeah,
miles?
I've been doing that because I go in quite frequently because I drive 2,500 miles a month.
Okay. If they're cupping on the inside, then yes, we probably have an alignment issue. It's probably in the rear. You're going to want to get a four-wheel alignment on it.
Okay.
Usually,
Does that cost $1,000?
No.
I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Nope. A good alignment should be somewhere in that $89, $80 to $100, somewhere in that area.
You think they would emphasize that to me that I should have done?
You would think so. I don't promote doing alignments all the time. When I have my customer come in for tires, I'm looking at the tires and the way they're wearing right now. And if your old tires were cupping like that a little bit, then I would have recommended definitely that you get an alignment. But if it's wearing the tires nice and even, you don't need an alignment. But the other thing is, what are you running for air pressure? Do you know?
No.
Okay. We need to be checking the air pressure on these two, and seeing where we're at on our air pressure. You don't want to be at the max on the side of the tire. Everybody looks at the side of the tire, and I was guilty of this too. Looking at the side of the tire and putting the whatever that pressure was, putting that number in it. If it says
do that.
Well, that is for maximum load. Okay.
Oh.
And you're putting 500 miles a week on. You're not loading this thing down with your kids and all their vacation gear and heading to Colorado.
I wish.
Yeah. If you were, I want them tires at maximum pressure. Look inside the door of the car, and it's going to have for the best ride. The manufacturer recommends a certain pressure for the ride quality of the car.
Okay.
So a lot of times, like the tire will say 44 pounds on the outside, but you look inside the door and it'll say 36.
Okay, so I'll look on the inside, and I should go get an alignment, and then I will never go back to Firestone again.
Well, now don't say that. Don't say that. We don't want to mention names, but do you get to Cedar Rapids?
I'm sorry?
Do you get to Cedar Rapids much?
Yeah, I'm actually here right now. I go to Cedar Rapids a lot when I can.
If you wanted to stop by, I'd love to take a look at these tires And
really?
Oh,
Would you?
gosh.
Do you
Oh,
want me-
I'd love to.
Okay.
I'll take a look at your tires. I'll be back at the store at 11:30, but I'd love to take a look at these tires and kind of help you to evaluate how to straighten it out and get everything fixed up for you.
That would be awesome. I'll
Cool.
be there.
Okay, I'll be there too.
Real quick, why don't you tell Teresa where you're located at?
We're on the corner of 16th Avenue and Williams Boulevard, right next to Tyson's.
Yep,
So,
I know right where you're at.
You know right where I'm at. Awesome.
Yep.
So,
All right. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thanks for calling in.
Bye now.
All right, thanks, Teresa. Perfect timing. She's right here in town.
There you go. So, yeah. So I got something to look forward to when I go back. I get to meet a new friend.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
All right, still got a little time left here. 365-0600, 1-800-332-5401, or star 600 on your U.S. cellular phone if you want to get in here quick before the top of the hour. Got a question for Jay? Give us a call here this morning. Good one to finish out on.
There you go.
California Girls.
Yep.
Beach Boys. All right.
Only thing better than a California girl is my wife. So
good answer.
Yeah. So hey, we got Leo in Cedar Rapids is on the line.
We do. We're going to talk to Leo now. Good morning, Leo.
Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Yeah, I have a Mercury. It's an older Mercury. It's a 99.
Okay.
But when it's in neutral, it howls.
Is it a Grand Marquis or a Sable?
Grand Marquis, yes.
Okay. And so in neutral, it howls.
Yeah. If I could pull up, when I'm driving, when I pull up at a stop sign, it just howls.
Okay. If you rev up the engine, does the howling change? Does it
well,
increase?
It usually changes when, put it in gear, yes. It usually changes a little bit.
Yeah, but
it howls, and I've tried, several guys, they put on filters, and one guy's this and that and the other. But I haven't been able to find the correct problem to why it just howls while it's in neutral.
That one there, but if you put it in neutral, if you rev up the engine just a little bit, does the noise change?
Yes, it'll change a bit, yes.
Okay. Well, we need to be listening, need to be looking at it. Does it sound like it's coming from the middle of the car, or is it coming from the front of the car?
Well, it's from the front of the car.
Okay.
It's from the front of the car.
Because there's all kinds of things that we could have. We could have a idler pulley that's making some noise. You could have a water pump. There's all kinds of different things. You could have a transmission that's making a little bit of noise, a pump in the transmission. But I would go. I'd start looking. We need to take the serpentine belt off it and start it up once just for a couple minutes and see if the noise goes away. That way we'll know whether it's a belt-driven problem or whether it's a transmission type issue. I always take the best way to find a noise, I'll take a broomstick, a wooden broomstick, and have it running and kind of listen for the noise. And I always put the broomstick down on, put it on the air conditioning compressor and put my ear up against it. And that's the best way to find where our noise is. If you wanted to, you're in Cedar Rapids here, if you wanted to stop by, I would help you pinpoint where that noise is.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
But yeah, the best way is, I take an old broomstick and listen to it and compare the noises. So.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So stop out and we'll take a look at it for you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Leo.
All right.
So. As I always tell everybody, they stop out, I'll take a look and I'll tell you what's wrong with your car, and I'm not going to charge you anything for that. So come and see me and tell Shelly that you want to see me, and I'll come out and help you.
All right. Real quick, though, before we get out of here, where you're located at, how to get a hold of you.
We're on the corner of 16th Avenue and Williams Boulevard, Southwest, right next to the big, beautiful Tyson's. 396-2698, and the beautiful Shelly will put you through to whoever you want to talk to.
And what are your hours for today, then?
Today, on Saturdays, we're 8 to 5. Monday through Thursday, sales is open 8 to 9, and service is open from 7 till 9 p.m. So Saturdays till 6.
All right, Jay, I always appreciate you coming in and talking with us.
Thanks for having us, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yep.
Okay.
See you next week. Bye.